Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Peggy.
And you're watching the Millcast.
The Millcast.
And we aren't at the mill, though.
We are not at the mill. We are at the Savage Hart Farm. We're in my kitchen area.
Yep.
Because we're going to do a little visit up to the barn and see some cutie pies.
Who haven't been watching for that long or don't know everything about us yet, Savage Hart Farm is Peggy and her husband Todd's farm.
Yep.
Just up the road from the mill, actually, in a beautiful hill in Hartford, Vermont.
Yep.
And it is right in the middle of lambing season.
Yes. Four used to go, but we have, I've lost count now. I think we're at 16 or 17 lambs. The boys are winning. But we'll talk about that. But in general, knock on wood, it's been going well.
Yeah, and while you've been doing all of this, I have some visitors in town. Well, one visitor in town this time around. My mom is visiting,
which is great.
She's actually just outside with Maeve and Cody, and I think Lewis is with them, or he's still napping in the car. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But you'll probably see some video of them a little bit later too. They're checking out the lambs. Who doesn't want to see a freshly born lamb?
Yeah.
There's just nothing better.
They're pretty cute. And they range in age now. There's, up to almost 2 weeks to a couple of days.
So how do you get it so that they're all born at this time of year?
Well, we don't put the ram in. The rams are kept separate. And then it's around November 10th, we put the rams with the girls. We usually work with 2 different rams and create 2 different groups.
And you guys have spreadsheets to
try to keep track of
genetics.
Don't want to do too much inbreeding. You can do a little bit, but you don't want to do too much.
That is such a logistical issue, especially when you can only source off farm rams from so many other farms in the country. If you want to keep you breed Corriedale, and that's
our breed is
that I have as well.
And in particular, colored Corriedales. There's some farms that do Corriedale, but they only do white. And the thing is, if your ram is white, you're going to have a lot of white rams because white is the dominant gene. So if you want to have a flock with colored Corriedale, you need a colored ram.
Okay.
And we go to Wisconsin for our rams because there's a farm out there, Observatory Hill, that has a remarkable flock. Cindy there is breeding for the finest of the fiber, because even within, and we know this when we talked about Shetlands and Jacobs, the fiber can really vary a tremendous amount. And with the Corriedale, we're really trying to have super soft, fine, and that's what we're getting.
It's like a merino type of thing for folks who want to picture that. It's among the finest of the fiber, and it's got a lot of crimp to it too.
Yep.
So and it's beautiful, and like you said, colored. So you have a range of color. I mean, if you watch shearing, you kind of saw that, but it's anywhere from black to white and browns and grays and silver.
And it's really interesting because we're in the middle of lambing, but I go down to the mill and we're spinning what we we got from shearing day. So it's all Corriedale all the time in my world right now.
Yeah.
We've gotten through. We're on our 3rd color right now. So hopefully in the next month we'll have Savage Hart Farm's Corriedale yarn available.
So stay tuned for that, because the mill will be selling it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's what's going on.
Yeah, so I guess without further ado, we'll cut to an interview that
So we're going to go up into the barn and see the lambs, but first we're going to share an interview that Todd and I did on, what lambing's been all about. So it's Todd and I, and we're going to tell you a little bit about lambing, which we are not done yet.
No, we're not done. We started almost 2 weeks ago on the day of the eclipse.
Right.
April 8th, we went up to see the eclipse and got home to the farm at 7 o'clock, a 3-hour drive to get back.
Yeah.
You went up to the barn and found?
A set of twins.
Set of twins with a second-time mom. And they were just standing there, one brown, one white, and they were doing great.
Yeah, they really were. Good mom.
They were doing great.
Yeah.
The second one, let's just run through them. The second one was born on the 9th. We think around 5 o'clock in the morning because we weren't there. And it was a single. And it was the only single we've had so far.
And we should say, we monitor them through the night. We have what we call lamb cams, 2 cameras up there. And we can kind of tell, but, you checked at 4, and then something happened at 5.
Right. But that one was great. That was the first time mom, which is great. Then on the 10th, so the next day, around 10 o'clock, we're not really sure.
Yeah.
We had a white one and a black one, both males, and they're doing fine.
Yeah.
They're doing great. Then on the 11th, at we think around 5 o'clock in the morning, we had triplets.
well, we didn't know it was triplets.
Right.
If we go up and we see two, and we're like, oh, great, another set
Two
of
black
twins.
ones. We saw two black ones.
And then I'm over at another section of the barn, and I'm hearing this buying, but it's in the wrong section. There shouldn't be any, high lamb sounds. And it turns out that this sheep had triplets, and one of the trips, and I'm sure it was the firstborn one, had gone wandering off somehow, had squeezed herself around something, and was covered in dirt. And when we put her with Mom, the mom was like, nope, you're not mine. You're not. I'm like, yes, she is. And it took a little time.
Yeah, it took several hours.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, so we put them in a jug, which is basically a 6 foot by 6 foot enclosure, so that they spend the first 3 days together. They get used to each other. So we put the triplets and the mom in the jug.
Yeah.
And the mom is very nice to the two little black ones.
Absolutely.
Pushing the white one with her head, pushing it away.
Yeah.
So we get something called a stanchion, which basically puts the mom so that she can't move around. It puts her neck in, and she can stand up, she can lie down, but she can't walk around.
Yeah.
So then the baby can now get to the teat and can suck. And she was in there for several hours. And then we let her out, and she eventually got better.
Yeah, and now she's great.
Well, you were cursing her because she was such a bad mom.
Right, I was cursing her a lot, and then when she turned the corner, I kept apologizing.
Yeah, you kept going up and saying, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry.
You really are a good mom.
Yeah, you're a very good mom. And you know what? Triplets are tough on sheep because they only have 2 teats, and I was totally prepared that we were going to have to make one of them a bottle baby. And they're going to be on the smaller side because they have to share, but they're doing very, very well.
And you did try bottles with them.
Yeah.
And they didn't take it.
No.
They didn't take it.
So
that was on the 11th. So now we go to the 12th. So we're basically every day we're getting lambs.
Yeah.
The 12th. This one we were there, I think, because I got 1 a.m. down, 2 black rams. We have a lot of ram lambs.
we have a lot. Oh, yeah.
Doing great. And another first-time mom. Doing well. Then on the 13th at 1 o'clock, that was a Saturday. We were there for that. And
in the afternoon?
Right.
Oh,
we went out for lunch with friends at Ziggy's, and we thought maybe this one was getting ready. So I think we put her in a jug.
Yep.
And we thought, it's probably going to be a while. And we came back.
And she had one?
She had one, or were you?
No, she had one
No.
Oh, no.
No. You yelled to me to hurry up and get up to the barn.
Because the head was out.
Peg likes to help as much as she can. The first one was not born, but
their head was protruding, and which to me said something wasn't right. That they were stuck, and you need Mom to stand still. So this is normal presentation: front hooves, nose on top, and the full head was out, but nothing else. And so I just quickly went in, and what I'm feeling for is the shoulder, and I'm looking for, I've got one hoof, but not the other one. And what had happened is the other one was like this, and it's a little tricky because you got to go way in and find it and pull it up and go, and there's not a lot of room, and you're, well, anyway.
Did you have to sort of push it back a little bit?
Push it back a little bit, get the shoulder away from the pelvic, and then go in and find it. And you don't want to, stretch any ligaments or break anything. And anyway, in pretty short order, I got the other hoof out, and it was a beautiful lamb, totally healthy. And then then right behind it was the second one.
And you pulled that one out too.
Yeah, but that was easy.
Yeah,
that was
that
just
one was
me.
easy because it was presenting normally.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
So that was the 13th, and then on the 16th, so we had a couple of days off. On the 16th, I called you at the mill at about 10 o'clock in the morning and said, we've got one that's getting ready. And you can tell because some mucus starts coming out of the back end, and it's going to be a while, and she starts walking around, pawing on the barn floor, pawing at the hay. And often if they can isolate themselves from the rest of the flock, they'll do that. So we knew that it was coming. So you came back to the farm, and we stood on wait. And typically they say if it's about 45 minutes between when you first start seeing something happening, if it's been 45 minutes, you should maybe go in and help, because if they're in the birth canal too long, they can cool off, and that's not good. So my phrase is I'm the caboose, which means Peg's driving the train on deciding when to go in and pull one out. And so I was the caboose on that one. You went in at 10:45, pulled one out, went in again at 11 o'clock, pulled out the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Another pair of black ones, twins, another pair of males. And so that was around 11 o'clock. And then there was another mom that looked like she was about to go. And we put her in a jug, and then we waited until about noon, and the hooves were coming out a little bit. So you went in to try and pull it out, and unfortunately, she couldn't pull it out.
I've never, I had the hooves, so it wasn't like presenting incorrectly.
And the head.
And the head, I just literally, with all my strength, I couldn't pull her out, and I was getting concerned, and I said, Todd, let's trade places. I'll be up by the mom's head. You try pulling out, and
it probably took us.
We both were pulling.
Probably took us about 10 minutes. We finally pulled out the largest lamb we've ever seen.
And it was deformed.
It was gigantic. His stomach was bloated.
The
it was
whole
dead.
back.
It was dead.
It was dead. The front, the neck, and all looked totally normal, and then the back end was all fluid. A normal weight is like about 4 or 5 pounds. This thing weighed 15, 17 pounds. It was just, it had absorbed all this fluid. It was, I've never seen anything like it.
It may have been dead in the womb for a while. We don't know. The mom, we needed to get the lamb out to save the mom.
Yeah.
And she's doing okay. She was
crying.
She was not happy.
I mean, she licked, and we left the fetus with her for a little while, and then we had to take it away, and she just stood in the jug and cried.
Yeah. But she's back with she's now with the other pregnant ones.
Right.
We have another one that's not pregnant that we bred, but she never took. So there's 6 ewes up there right now in the maternity ward. 4 of them are pregnant, 2 of them are not. Right. And then finally on the 17th, we had another pair of black ram lambs early in the morning, about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And so that's where we are. We've got 16 altogether.
We like ram lambs, but we don't need rams. We like ewes, and most of our customers want to buy ewes from us for breeding stock. So right now, what's the score?
We've got 11 ram lambs. We've got 5 ewe lambs. We've got 12 that are colored, either black, brown, dark brown. There's some really interesting coloration in the black ones. There's a lot of black and white, which is coming from these new rams that we've gotten.
Right, black and silvery,
years. And 3 white ones. So 12 colored and 3 white. We're hoping, knock on wood, that we'll get some more ewe lambs out of these last 4. We actually have 2 people interested in ram lambs.
Yeah.
Someone from North Carolina found us, and they're interested in Corriedale. And then someone locally, you said,
I think
recently, which is great. We need to know early about ram lambs.
Yeah,
because we castrate them in late May. Because if you don't, they can get sexually active within 3 to 4 months. And so if you don't castrate them, you have to separate them from the rest of the flock. Yeah. Otherwise, you're having lambs all year.
Which is not our interest.
Which is not what we want to do. So we need to know, like right now, within the next couple of weeks, if anyone wants a ram lamb from us, which we'll give them in like July because we don't want to get them weaned. We need to know now. So right now we probably have 2 ram lambs that we won't castrate.
Right, and we think we're going to keep a ram. So
that's true. We're probably going to keep a ram lamb intact as well, and we'll keep a couple of ewe lambs, and we'll sell some ewe lambs. And again, hopefully we'll get some more because we've got some demand.
So we've done the rundown. What do you think of lambing?
It's been pretty easy this year. It's been other than that one lamb.
Yeah.
We've been remarkably successful.
Yep.
With no bottle babies.
Yeah.
We haven't been there for a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they've done fine, which is great. We used to take turns going up in the middle of the night, usually around 1:30 or 2 o'clock, just to do a check. We haven't done that at all this season. We've done it once or twice because we thought something was going on in the lamb camp. So we've got this little monitor. It's about this big that we can see what's going on up there. And
I drag Todd.
We have lights on, which helps, but Peg looks at it and goes, I think that's a lamb. And she goes up there, and it's just the wheel on the feeder. The little round wheel on the feeder that somehow in the monitor looks like a lamb.
Yeah.
So I've done it too. I've gone up in the middle. We've each done it, I think, once. Each gone up once. So this is our...
That's our dog Kiki barking in the background.
You probably can't hear
she's a little cray-cray, They can
so
hear it.
This is our 12th lambing season.
I think that's right.
2013 was our first lambing season, so it's our 11th or 12th lambing. Maybe it's our 11th. So we're getting a little laissez-faire with it, but it's
all good.
It's the toughest part of being a shepherd. I mean, because it's very busy.
Thrilling.
We'll probably, it's been 2 weeks now, and last year we had 2 sets of lambs that were born much later than the rest, like a week or 2 later. So we could be waiting quite a while for these next ones to come out. Knock on wood, we hope not. Usually we're done in about 2.5 weeks, but last year it took, I think, almost a month, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the update. So
that's all the news from Savage Hart Farm.
Right.
On in. Yeah, aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, the coloring is really
something.
How we doing,
Great.
ladies?
Some of their faces are just so marbled.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And there's a lot of them. Look at them all.
Yeah. A lot of boys.
A lot of boys is right. Amanda, can you see?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You see who's in the feeder?
Oh, see who's in the feeder?
I was wondering where you put him.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Oh, they're so cute.
Soft too, huh?
So soft.
And their legs look so long.
Yeah,
but
they really
they'll
do.
grow into their legs. Hold on, I want to see the. Oh, look at you. So cute.
Oh. You are so
Yeah, I'm going to show the spots. So you have to see the. Really. Oh my goodness. So soft.
so cute. Oh, so nice to come up here and cuddle with some lambs. Wow, all these have such cool coloration.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go back to my. Cute.
I think this guy's got the best face.
So.
Okay, so a lot of cutie pie lambs. This is one. This is one of them. Oh, this is so soft. So you'd almost say mort because of the chocolate brown coloring. And I didn't think we could have morts because it's a very specific recessive gene. And we've got a couple of them. And then this one, oh, did we already see this guy before? Oh, cute as could be. But the barn is absolutely full of cuteness, right? Okay. Oh, yeah. The tag? Let me see. This tag is 24, so it means the lamb was born in the 24, and 09 means it's the 9th lamb born. And because it's in the right ear, it means it's a boy. If it had been in the left ear, it would be a girl. But we've got a lot of lambs tagged in the right ear. So 2409, right? You okay? All right, there you go. Go find Mom.
How do they find their moms?
Nickering, the mom will make a sound, and they'll know their mom's sound. Take a look. Can you follow me back there? Look at all that. That's how they find their moms. And then the mom, it licks their tails, and then the tails start wagging when they're actually getting the milk. So this is okay. It's okay, Mom. It's okay. Oh.
Camera shot.
So cuteness, right?
So cute.
Oh man.
Gotta love holding.
Yeah, and they grow fast.
Yeah,
it's
they
really,
do.
come back here in 2 months and it'll be completely different. But anyway, yeah, we still have a lot going on. The mill's been busy because we're cranking up and.
And when you say we, it's all Peggy and the team.
Yeah, Amanda's on maternity leave and ducks in to do the Millcast. But you got to enjoy the maternity leave because
it's been so great. I have been trying to remind myself I need to spend at least a half hour a day just looking at my baby.
Yeah.
At least. Or napping, that sort of thing. But yeah.
It's good.
Thank you.
It was fun to have Lewis on the Millcast last week.
Yeah.
But we're gearing up for the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, which is the first full weekend in May. which we're incredibly excited about.
Yeah.
We haven't been before. Todd and I went when we were first trying to decide what breed to get. So that was back in 2012. So we're thrilled that we got in. I will say that our booth was changed, which, that's okay. We're in the same pavilion that we were before.
Yeah, it's like
the main exhibit hall.
Yep.
But we are in, the spot is D as in dog 25. So if you go and you get the program, know that the program's not going to be correct. We are in D25. Yeah.
Come find us, because I'll be there too.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole crew there. Leah and I are going to drive. We've rented a van.
Yes.
A cargo van.
You're going to fill the van, chock-a-block with yarn, and our booth and everything.
Yep. Drive
Take
down.
a road trip, and are you doing it all in one go?
Absolutely.
On Thursday.
On Thursday.
Right? Okay.
Right. We'll load up, drive down Thursday, check out our location, and then we will set up the booth on Friday.
Yep.
And then it's all day Saturday and Sunday, and then we will drive back on Monday.
Okay, and my plan is to put my whole family in the Subaru and drive down to Philly on Thursday, stay with a friend's parent, which I'm very excited about, and then we're gonna head down to Maryland for to help set up or just get situated before the festival. And Mark and Natalie, my parents-in-law, are going to come down and join us so that they can help Cody wrangle the children. It takes a village,
yes, it does.
but I will be there and hopefully somewhat helpful. But I'm mostly just excited to check it out. And I think Natalie has dove headfirst into the rollerblading, so I think she's gonna love the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival as well.
Absolutely.
So it's gonna be great. Cody, thankfully, I have a husband who loves fiber too, so he's like, it's not a huge chore to him to spend all weekend at a fiber festival.
And this is a good one. This is one of the big ones, and
I've never even been to Maryland before, so I'm excited to check that out. I expect it will be warm.
We have a surprise for Maryland. Although we're going to tell you about it here. We're picking up on what we did at Rhinebeck, where in Rhinebeck we did a dye for making tracks that was specific to Rhinebeck.
Yeah, it was cider donuts.
Cider donuts.
Yep.
So it was actually, Liz had the idea. We have a yarn dyed exclusively for the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival called a Maryland Blue Crab. If you're not familiar, Google Maryland Blue Crab. That's the crab they eat in Maryland. And Liz actually did the colorway. It's spot on.
Yeah, it's
Take
a really
look here.
fun
It's
colorway.
just a really it's good.
So that will be available at Maryland Sheep and Wool. We expect it probably will sell out.
Oh yeah, because we only did one batch, so it's
So come find us at our booth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we're also going to bring down our We Will Rock You bags.
That's right.
And I think every order gets one for free. So until we run out.
So we do Maryland, and then we get back on Monday, and we whip right around to the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool. So we have back-to-back festivals, which I'm not sure we've done that before.
Not quite like this, that's for sure.
So it'll be a busy festival time, but it'll be great.
And because of that, no open house in May. We usually do it first Friday of the month, and that's actually when we're going to be down in Maryland.
Right.
So we decided we'll wait till June, so the next open house will be the first Friday in June.
Yep. So there you have it.
All right. Well, we will see you at Maryland.
Be well.
Bye.